The Office for National Statistics, ONS, recently announced that Consumer Price Index, CPI, inflation was 6.7% in September, the same rate as in August. This means all measurements for the triple lock, which determines the state pension annual uprating in April for 12.6 million pensioners across Great Britain, are in place. Under the triple lock, the state pension increases each year in line with whichever of these three measures are the highest: average annual earnings growth from May to July, 8.5% with bonuses, 7.8% without, CPI inflation in the year to September, 6.7%, or 2.5%. There is still a possibility the UK government could exclude bonuses from the average earnings measure, as has been speculated over recent weeks, but even in that situation pensioners would still receive an inflation-busting rise of 7.8%. Chancellor Jeremy Hunt will confirm the state pension operating during the autumn statement in Parliament on November 22. The full, new state pension is currently £203.85 per week. Operating using the lower wages growth figure, 7.8%, would see people receive £219.75 each week, while under the 8.5% figure it would be £221.20. Those on the maximum basic state pension would see payments rise from the current £156.20 a week to £168.40 under an uprating of 7.8% and £169.50 with 8.5% if the UK government chooses to operate state pensions using the lower wages growth figure next April, 7.8%, it would see millions of pensioners miss out on an extra £75 in 2024. However, experts warn any attempts to amend or break the triple lock ahead of a general election could be costly for the Conservative Party with a looming general election in 2024. ONS data suggests around 1.2 million pensioner households are mainly dependent on the state pension and other benefits to provide the main source of their income. Among single pensioners, women are nearly 3 times more likely than men to be largely reliant on the state pension. Commenting on the latest inflation figure and impact on the triple lock, Stephen Lowe, Group Communications Director at retirement specialist Just Group, said, "All eyes have been on the inflation figure to see if earnings or inflation will be the determining factor for operating the state pension via the triple lock next year. The winner is earnings at 8.5%, the days feel long gone when the third element of the triple lock, a standard 2.5% rise, was a serious consideration." He continued, "The UK government must now decide whether to implement an 8.5% increase in the state pension next April, which will follow the 10.1% increase applied earlier this year, or suspend the triple lock. There is recent precedent for suspending the triple lock when the government said the pandemic had distorted wage growth and chose the lower inflation figure to apply to the 2022-23 state pension. The Prime Minister must now weigh up his party's manifesto commitments, the state of the nation's finances and his chances of success in a coming general election before making a decision which is expected to be announced in the autumn statement. It won't be an easy choice, especially for a Conservative government whose party has traditionally relied heavily on older voters. Estimated state pension payments from April 2024. The estimated calculations show the current annual rates for the full new and full basic state pensions. The monthly payment calculated below refers to every 4 weeks. There are 13 payments made throughout the year. How much someone receives depends on the number of years' worth of national insurance contributions. Around 35 is needed for the full new state pension, but this may be more if you were contracted out. Find out more here. These estimations are based on the wages growth at 7.8%, excluding employee bonuses, and 8.5%, including employee bonuses. Figures have been rounded using the UK government's rounding policy. Current annual full new state pension, £10,600 weekly, £203.85 every 4-week pay period, £815. 47.8% up rating April 2024, £11,427, up £827, weekly, £219.75 every 4-week pay period, £879. 008.5% up rating April 2024, £11,502, up £902, weekly, £221.20 every 4-week pay period, £884. 80 Get the latest record money news. Join the conversation on our Money Saving Scotland Facebook group for energy and money saving tips, the latest benefits news, consumer help and advice on coping with the cost of living crisis. Sign up to our Record Money newsletter and get the top stories sent to your inbox daily from Monday to Friday, including a special cost of living edition on a Thursday. Sign up here. You can also follow us on X, formerly Twitter, at @RecordMoney_ for regular updates throughout the day. Current annual full basic state pension, £8,122 weekly, £156.20 every 4-week pay period, £624. 87.8% up rating April 2024, £8,756, up £634, weekly, £168.40 every 4-week pay period, £673. 55.8% up rating April 2024, £8,814, up £692, weekly, £169.50 every 4-week pay period, £678. 00 Pension B has an inflation calculator which enables people to see the impact of inflation on their pension savings. You can try it out here. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages.